Hey, Samore Love, you have now tuned into my Mob Wives recap. You guys, be sure to subscribe because this is a brand new channel. We are starting from the bottom, so be sure to subscribe because you're probably not subscribed unless you're one of the few that have subscribed back to my channel, okay? Yeah, definitely share this video on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, wherever you like to share videos, okay? All right, honey. Now, you guys that have me on Facebook, that have me here, you know I've been excited about Mob Wives coming back for like so long. Like since I saw the first trailer, I was like super excited. Was it someone that showed it to me? No, they didn't show me this one. I kind of saw this one and I was just like, oh my god. Mob Wives is back. So yes, it is back, and it did not disappoint me at all. I don't think they really can. Like, even last season, I was like, got my fill of Ratchet, you know? Ratchet to the max. So, alright, let's go ahead and get into this recap so y'all can talk to me about this and let me know what y'all thought about these different scenarios and all that. So, Lee, he now has a sports car shop. But the crazy thing about it is that it seems like he's not even really doing much. It seems like Adrita's the one that's doing most of the stuff because she's like opening the shop for him and she's like doing other little things for him in regards to the shop. So I'm like, but she has her own shop. Like, she's going to get burnt out. What is it that he's doing since he came back? Because I didn't hear her saying anything really like productive about what he's doing other than he has a shop now. I don't know. I mean, if you're going to say all the bad that he's doing, like making you make his food, even though he know you had a long day of work, you already been doing this, opening up the shop, doing everything, being super mom, super wife, super this, super boss. It's like, okay, what exactly is he doing to help her out, you know? So now Big Ann, she states that she just bought a new house, which is super cool because her son, he's going to have a baby soon, and she's saying that she's like, her bank account is like $0.0 right now. Let me turn this down a little bit. $0.0. So, of course, that part's not good. Big Ange and Drita, they no longer, mess with homegirl, with Renee Graziano. They feel like she's pretty much bad news, and she's been talking about them behind their back is what they're hearing through the grapevine. So yeah, none of them is cool, and I'm like, dang, that's crazy because Big Ange and Renee, they had like a real friendship. Like, they've been friends before the show. They knew each other for like 20 years. So that's like a real authentic type of relationship, like not just, oh, we're doing this for VH1 so we can look like we friends, whatever type of thing. So, of course that's messed up. And I do like to see Big Angie and Renee cool, but I guess it's even better when they beefing, right? Because it gives us something to talk about. So, yeah, Drita says that Renee been talking about her too, and Big Ange, she was like, that she heard that she spoke about her, but she also heard that she spoke about her family. And you don't mess with nobody's family right there. So especially, that type of lifestyle is like, hold on, you could say whatever you want about me. That's like also Renee, how she is about snitching and ratting and all that. You can say whatever you want to say about me, but at the end of the day, you ain't gonna say nothing about my family. That's it. And I totally understand. Like, you don't even have to be in that particular lifestyle to know, like, all right, like, somebody mess with my family, it's about to go down, like, something's going to go crazy, like, you're not going to just sit around and just chill and just put your feet up if somebody's talking bad about your family or if your family's involved in some kind of craziness, So anyways, now, Renee says that she's not speaking to the girls either. She says that Natalie has turned the girls against her. I don't know why the lighting is kind of acting a little funky, if y'all notice it. But anyways, like I was saying, she says that they've been turned against her by Natalie. And she's really upset that her friend of 20 years, which is Big Ange, is hanging out with her because she feels like although Big Ange wants to be neutral, it's either you with me or you with them at the end of the day. Like, you gotta choose a side. You can't be over there hanging out with the enemy. We don't do that. It's me and them. So she kind of gives her friends ultimatums, which I think is kind of high school. I was never really the type that if you're having a problem with somebody, I'm going to be like, oh, I'm not going to talk to that person. I mean, unless it's like family and you did something crazy to my family, like that's a whole different scenario. But like with friends, it's like, nah. You know, like I'm going to have my own mind. Because just because you did it to them doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to, you know, come at me crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? So I guess you kind of have to, but I guess she's not on that level or mentality of thinking. Her level of thinking is just like, all right, it's them or me at the end of the day. Who you going to mess with? That's it. So Natalie and London, they still together, which is cool. You know, they didn't break up or anything like that. Natalie, she reveals that Alicia is not really like hanging out or anything because she's still waiting for her sentencing. So yeah, that's I guess she's pretty much off the show. Because I seen the little trailers, they didn't really show her unless she's gonna make some little cameo appearances here and there. But it doesn't look like she's in this. She probably feels too like, okay, this is giving her way too much attention because remember the newspapers and stuff was talking bad about her and all that. When you're going through stuff in the law like this extra scrutiny, you know, that you putting yourself out there like that, it's not a good look. You know, it kind of looks like you're partying, and yeah, it's not a good thing for her to do right now, or a very smart thing for her to do right now, to be on this show. I mean, my personal opinion, that's what I feel. So, and did y'all notice that, Renee has a little booty popping now? You remember it was flat? It was like boom. But now, and I even saw it in like some social media pictures, she was like doing a little, you know, a little ghetto urban girl type of booty pop type of thing. I can't see the booty pop, but yeah. She was doing one of those, and I was like, I was really surprised about that. Because remember, she almost died trying to get her lipo and then putting some into her butt. But then the butt never happened. So I guess she probably went back under the knife in order to get a little bump junk in the trunk. Alright, so now the ladies, they end up going to an Albanian party. They have a good time. And Natalie feels like this is a good time to let Drita know that back when her and Renee was cool, Renee told her that Drita was a rat. Yeah, but Big Ange, you know, I give Big Ange much respect because she was like, hold on. Like, you doing that right now, what you're doing, that's considered being a rat as well. She was like, and we don't like that. I was like, yes, give me 5, girl. That is what I'm talking about. Because, yes, at the end of the day, you're just as bad. What you doing? You telling on somebody, you snitching too. So you are pretty much doing the same thing that you're saying that she's talking about Drita, saying that Drita does. How is it any better? Because you're informing her? Nah, at the end of the day, it's still the same thing. So Drita's like, yeah, hold on, Big Ange. You know, like, what you're saying is right, but I do want to know. You know, if somebody's talking about me in these streets, I need to know what's going on. So now it's like she just created a war. And I feel like at the end of the day, she did it intentionally. Because she knows how Drita is, that Drita's a firecracker, that you say anything that she don't like, especially because she said something about me as well. You said something about her husband, you say something about Drita or her family, anything, she's going to go off. So I felt like she did that. She was planting seeds to make them like really pissed off at Renee even more. So anyways, following that, Renee, she goes to see Karen Gravano, and I think is out in her house in Las Vegas or whatever, Nevada. And Karen, she looks really good. She lost a lot of weight. I was like, okay, she got a little highlights popping. I was like, that little relationship she got over there is going really well. She said she is with this guy. He's out in New York. She's there in Las Vegas. But right now, she was really focused on just taking care of her daughter and stuff like that. And her dad's going to be coming out soon. I think she said in 2 years. So she's been really like talking to him. And he's really going to like try to lock her down once he comes out. I guess to make sure that she's safe and all that. So now, she does also reveal that she had a Twitter war. Why is it every time I see these shows, some of the biggest fights and stuff even like most reality shows, the biggest fights, they come from other social medias. Like they come from like Twitter or maybe Instagram beef or something like that. I'm like, why y'all beefing on social media? At the end of the day, you want to see this person in the real world. You want to see them on the show again. So you already know, like, that's gonna be a problem once you see them, because they're not gonna forget. Oh no, she wasn't talking about me on Twitter. She wasn't being a cyber gangster on Twitter or Instagram or anything. Like, no, she wasn't doing that. Girl, please. Bye, Felicia, right? So yeah, so that's fresh on her head, and she was saying something about how she put like an order of protection against her and all kind of things like that, because pretty much it seemed like Natalie's scared of her. But you know, that's of course to be determined. So London, he wants to be a part of the family mortician burial thing that she got going on, because you know she's a boss, and she's training him, and she just tells him, like, she asked him while she's showing him some of the caskets, oh, which one do you think would be good for Renee? And he's just like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not saying that. I'm like, yes, don't let her put you into this foolishness. You stay neutral, you stay out of it. Like, see, a lot of guys are smart. You know, they don't get into women's foolishness. You know what I'm saying? They don't get into the mix. And I feel like that's exactly what he should do. He should just be neutral, try to help her out, try to help her from ruining her reputation and going to jail and everything else. You know, show your support that way, but don't engage in her foolishness. Don't hype her up and get her all excited. You know, instigating all that stuff. But she gets mad at him because he's telling her, you know, maybe you need to like fall back, because at the end of the day, they knew each other before you just came in. Pretty much, because you just came into the picture. These people knew each other for years and years and years. Like, second of all, you're from Philadelphia. They're all from New York. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they have, you know, people argue, they fuss, they fight. But most times, if it was a real friendship, you can mend that some way, some shape or form. Unless it's some unspeakable act that they had done. So moving on from that, so now it seems like Drita, she's like really overwhelmed by everything, because she's like answering the phones, doing this, doing that. And once again, I just feel like Lee, it doesn't show. I mean, maybe he is in the back, you know, doing his thing or whatever. Have we even seen him? I don't even remember if I saw him last season. Maybe we did, but I don't know. It just kind of like, it just went out of my head. Hopefully he actually, I don't think he likes the whole camera thing. I don't think he's about that. But yeah, she just seems like she's doing everything. Renee, she goes to the summer rooftop party that these girls are already at, because they usually all get invited every year to the summer rooftop thing by some promoter. And of course, Big Ann, Drita, and Natalie, they are all there. That's the clique. That's the threesome. And Renee, she came in later, and she just sat down with, I forgot, I know I saw that girl before. I think that's like somebody that works for her or something, like, or one of her friends. I remember she introduced her as when she was talking about the shoe line or something last season. But I do remember that girl's face. Anyway, she's talking to her. They're having their little chit chat. The girls keep on looking. They're looking at her, but she's like, you know, she's gonna let them know she's having a good time. So Big Angie's just like, I'm gonna make sure I go and talk to her. You know, she's like, I'm gonna talk to her. And Natalie's like, you know what? I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go get Renee. I'm like, why are you in the mix again? The girl don't like you. Why are you gonna go up in her face? Like, you lucky she didn't snatch you up real quick. So anyway, she goes over to Renee, and Renee's just like, oh no. She's like, nah, I'm not doing this. So she just totally like leaves her standing there looking stupid. And they're like, why did you even go over there? She's like, oh, I was just trying to help. I was just trying to do this and go over there and be friendly. And then she wants to leave. Yeah, I don't blame her for leaving. She doesn't like you. She doesn't want to talk to you. She doesn't want you in her presence. And she knows that something might go down if you're all up in her face. So why not get away from the situation instead of catching the charge? So she walks down the stairs, but then she ends up coming back like, ain't nobody going to scare me away. You know, and let me tell you something. Like, even Renee's one of my favorite people. She's acting a little funny style right now, but like since the back in the days when it first started, she was one of my favorite people. And right there, that's exactly what I did. Like, I would have done. You're not going to scare me out of being in a party. I don't care if it's me by myself, and I used to party with myself all the time. I don't care if it's me by myself, if it's me with a crew. You're not going to make me feel intimidated to the point that I have to leave somewhere. The only way you would see me leave is if I know that I'm about to box you down, and you know I'm going to try not to get you charged. But other than that, please, honey, you are not. No. So, once she sits back down and everything, and she's like chilling, who walks in like looking fly, funky, and fierce as ever? Oh, who else but Karen? Yes, and Renee is just like, yes, like I have a team now. No more me and myself and I. Me, myself, and I, that's all I got. No, she don't have that anymore. Now she got a little team forming. She got somebody else to be behind her. You know, it's not 4 against 1 anymore. Well, Alicia ain't even really count. So it's not 3 against 1 anymore. So as soon as Karen greets her, she goes over there like, why didn't anybody invite me? So Drita gives her a hug. Big Ann's just kind of, they didn't really show them embrace or anything like that. I don't know if they did, and maybe they cut that part, but it just looked like a, you know, like a, hey, you're here. And Natalie just looked like she saw a ghost, honey. She had the face like, you know, like, just like, damn, what is she doing here? You know, and she was surprised, but not in a good way at all. And she's like, I'm going to the bathroom. But the thing with this, too, is, like, all of them, they look like they were liquored up. Because you could tell by the way they were talking that they weren't all sober, you know? So, anyways, she walks away, and then she calls up London like, I'm ready to leave. Karen's here. I'm ready to leave. I want to go now. And I'm just like, so, first of all, you didn't even tell your real friends that you're leaving. I didn't see that part. They didn't show that. So that's extremely rude. Now I've been pissed off. My friend just up and left. You know, at the end of the day, you got to say bye or something. And Renee is just sitting back like, this is hilarious. She sees her leaving. She sees her rushing out like, yeah, Miss Big and Bad. Miss wanted to come over here and start the piece. Now all of a sudden, she's the first one to leave. Yeah, okay. And, yo, I felt like that scene was, like, super hilarious. So, yeah, it was pretty much, she ends up leaving from there. And then, that's the closing of it. But another thing that was, like, hilarious, well, that looks like it's going to be good, is there's going to be another Natalie. And this Natalie looks like she's going to be beefing with the other Natalie. And this one looks like a firecracker. She reminded me of Love from the little scene, like a Love and Drita. Because you see her there boxing, bam, bam, bam. Like, she made me want to go back to the boxing ring. I haven't been in so long. Like, I'm about to take some kickboxing classes, but I know that's, like, totally, like, what are you talking about? But, yeah, it's just, like, I saw her, like, you can tell, like, she's one of those people that like to fight and stuff. So, I'm looking forward to it. And then Big Ange goes to, she says that these girls are out of control, and she going to the big boss, the top. So, she went to go see Miss Victoria Gotti. And we already know from Real Housewives of New Jersey that she's a little bit messy. I'm like, damn, this lady making her moves everywhere. She making a cameo appearance because she's that boss. You already know the whole Gotti story. You know, you don't even got to be Italian to know about the Gottis. So, yeah, that looks like she gave some little nice philosophical message there. She's one of those people that just sit down and just, you know, give you a little bit of knowledge right quick, and they don't even gotta like get hype or nothing. They just sit down and look at you, and just whatever they say just kind of pierces into your soul. They could be saying your rabbit is pink and it's running around the office, and you just sit there amazed like, wow, did she really just say that? You know, like, what are those people that kind of command that? I mean, not necessarily to me, but like that's how it seemed like it was from that scene that I saw. But anyways, I don't know who's your favorite right now so far. They haven't really introduced any of the other cast members. So right now we only have, you know, the ones that we saw. I'm so not a Natalie fan. Ex-Natalie, no Team Natalie over here. I like Big Ange. We like our Renee and Drita. Still I like Drita. I guess the only person right now that I don't really like, because I like Karen as well. I kind of didn't like her that much in some previous seasons, but I feel like I like her right now. You know, but you know me, that could change. So we shall see. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I will see you in the next one. Later.